You pass it, and then oh, wow, good shot, man. That went all the way over there. Bonelab, the most hype VR game to have ever come out. But where are we now? Honestly, I don't find myself returning to Bonelab too often. Really, it was just to make mod showcases. And over the past couple of weeks/month or two, I haven't really made any mod showcases. And consequently, I haven't really seen any new mods come about. Some of the best ones say it's been recently updated as of 107 plus days ago, which is really unfortunate because not too long ago, the mod Bonelab Fusion came out.
The greatest song in the world. No, this is just a tribute. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world.
Okay, listen, I'm tired of hearing the greatest song in the world, man. And that was more of like the second breath of air for Bonelab. Bonelab Fusion gave Bonelab pretty much like a 98% working multiplayer where just about everything syncs. Even weirdo mods that you wouldn't expect to synchronize. I mean,
He seemed unconscious.
I could pistol whip him if you want. You think that will work? A solid pistol whip? Here, hold him right there. I'll pistol whip him. Hey, good. Some of my favorite things to do in Bonelab multiplayer is be in vehicles together. You could be in a car, or you could be in some flying vehicles like this helicopter. You got your seatbelt on? All right. I am turning the engine on. Engine is on, and we're going up. See? Not cursed. You're just playing with people that are bad at flying. And of course, some of the best moments are really just when you're mucking about with your friends and, well, things happen.
Bro, you got us tickets to the Eminem show?
I know, it's pretty crazy. I mean, he's gone downhill as of late, but I feel like we could still have a good show. If you didn't know, Bonelab Fusion lets you do everything together. No, seriously, like you could do the entire campaign together, the Tic Tac trials, you could fight off hordes of zombies, even go into the magma arena. There's nothing you can't do in this game now, thanks to Bonelab Fusion. And I find some of the best moments happen when you're kind of just role-playing and being just in the thick of it in Bonelab.
Excuse me, young man, do you have any idea why I'm here talking to you today?
No, I don't, officer. In fact,
I'm gonna have to ask you to step out the vehicle.
Okay, I'm stepping out. You want to know what? I'm not gonna step out of the vehicle. I'm just gonna. I'm a sovereign citizen. I'm gonna put my. No! And what helps is that the mods for this game are pretty fantastic. Oh man, I wish I hadn't had that gallon of milk before I went driving today. Oh look out! Especially some of the levels. I mean, going into 7-Eleven alone is creepy, but going into 7-Eleven with a friend or a couple of friends, well, leads to some interesting moments. Rap, bro. Come on.
Some of them are giving them a
Why is he rapping? Especially the comedy club in there. Oh my goodness. The real magic of Bonelab Fusion is really when you lean into the entire role play aspect. Okay, Mythicus, remember, no Russian. Hey, mine's not loading, man. You gave me there's no bullets in this. You can base jump.
But I don't have a parachute.
You got a parachute. It's right here. This is your parachute. Like, turn around. This is clearly a parachute on your back.
Oh, so if I jump, I'm gonna be safe.
Yeah, if you jump, you'll be safe.
Right,
Go ahead
cool.
and make the jump. Oh! Oh. And you can even play full cops and robbers.
Oh, that was so close.
Oh yeah, was it this close? Take that, cop! Damn. Am I even hitting you? Switching to a giant avatar and grabbing your friend with ragdoll physics and throwing them into bowling pins in the bowling alley, it's an experience that I can't even tell you about, let alone show you. You have to feel it out for yourself. Ooh,
It's gonna be awesome.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one to get. And being on the other end of it is a horrifying experience that I wouldn't trade for anything else.
Are you ready, Winnie Bunny?
I'm ready. Let's get a strike. Oh God! And if cartoon violence isn't your cup of tea, there's other things you can do in this. You could do some parkour, or you could do the infamous Mario Kart. Did you just shoot at me? Oh my God! No. Dude, I'm dodging bullets left and right. Challenging Mythicus to be Spider-Man and climb a giant building with gravity plates is unworldly. Dude, look at you climb. Let's also not forget that Bonelab can quickly turn into a horror game in an instant.
Oh.
That's Ronald McDonald!
He is way too aggressive too. Like, what the hell is happening with that?
Dude, this is horrifying. And I don't care what anyone says. There's no way basketball can work in VR. And oh, okay, this is big.
It disappears the moment you touch it. It's so weird.
It's not. You can't do basketball VR. It just doesn't work, man. So why am I talking about Bonelab right now if we all know this? Well, the reason I talk about it is because I feel like Bonelab has currently lost its way. I feel like everyone was excited for Bonelab Fusion, but when I look through the most recent mods, there really isn't that much. I think people were hoping that Bonelab Fusion would make Bonelab the Gmod of VR gaming. And honestly, it still can be. I think the biggest problem is that Bonelab in and of itself is just a major sandbox. And you really have to go into it with an open imagination. And you're live, bud, go.
There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. You only get one shot.
No.
Oh.
I don't think. Here you go. Because if you're hoping that the game is going to give you the game itself, well, you might be disappointed. It's really up to you and your friends to, well, create a game mode based off of mods, or you could play, I guess, tag or something. The crowd, what are you going to do now?
All right, now stop resisting.
Ah, Jesus! Bonelab's problem is that it's hindered by the player's imagination. I think what would really help Bonelab is if they introduced new AI to the game. Because you can use mods to spawn NPCs, even custom NPCs, but they all move around like null bodies and they don't really behave how you would want them to.
You seeing this?
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on there, but we need to work this, man. And that's what leads to that circular boredom, where it's still up to you to create your own fun. I'm not gonna lie, I had a great time going back to Bonelab and using Bonelab Fusion to make this video, especially just messing around with Mythicus. But I can definitely feel that sense in the back of my mind telling me, well, what are we doing next here? So what am I saying? I'm saying come back to Bonelab, especially Bonelab Fusion. Have some fun with your friends and spark your own imagination. And to those modders out there, I really hope that you create even more mods for Bonelab. There is so much potential that can be done. Literally, you can role play as anything. Excuse me, officer. Can I interest you in this hamburger that doesn't go through the window? Anyway, I just wanted to put out another public service announcement about Bonelab. But what do you guys think? Are you still playing Bonelab, or have you not even tried Bonelab? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I really want to hear from you.
Put your hands on the wheel, it's bouncing
Okay,
along!
I'm trying.
Oh
no! No! We're good, dude, I stabilized it because I am what you would call a professional. And right into the mouth of the shark. Wasn't that a good
That
time?
was awesome!
But that is all I had for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching today's video. A special thank you and shout out to my channel members and my patrons. Thanks for supporting me, your local lunatic, so I can continue to make weird VR content. And to everyone else, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Drifter from Downloadable Content, and I'll see you next time.